Good evening, Dr. Marcelo, and good evening, classmates. This is my 5 key takeaways of the chapter 1 of strategic management. First, that I have learned from this is the definition and the basic goals of strategic management. Um, I have learned that strategic management is both a science and an art. It is where we create a plans, but at the same time, still being creative. And this part, we have to take note of still being profitable where we are achieving competitive advantage. It is very important to note the word competitive advantage when we talk about strategic management, because this would help us know where we are and where we are going and how we are positioned in the market. How are we going to compete in the market and make a sustainable business? Like, our competitive advantage is still being sustained all throughout the years and years to come. Second is the different levels of strategic management. Um, Reading from other references also, I have learned that strategic management includes the corporate level, business level, and the functional level, which plays different roles in an organization, because they play, like, it could be a decentralized kind of planning or a centralized kind of planning. Now, that is very important to know who are the key persons, or even the managers that are going to do or to execute the levels of management. So, for example, Steve Jobs, he is a corporate level manager because he is the CEO of Apple Incorporated. So, next is the strategic management process. There were 4 processes, if I'm not mistaken, but I wrote some notes, and this is how I basically um, understood the process. So basically, we have to understand our existing strategies and the strategies that our intended strategies before. Now, in this part, we should also be learning, or we should anchor our strategies on our mission and our corporate goals, our VMGO in general. Now, we have to select our corporate goals and our major corporate goals, because our corporate mission and our major corporate goals, because this would help us know where we are going from where we are right now. So when we know, or when we select the right and the fit corporate mission for our organization, then we would know how are we going to get there, what are the plans or the key actions that we are going to do, so we would be able to get to where what goal we are going to have. Next is, we should be analyzing our external and competitive environment and our internal operating environment. That's very important, because this would allow us to identify our opportunities and threats, and our strengths and weaknesses, and how we can use our strengths and weaknesses towards the available opportunities and possible threats that could exist when we create. Now, this part, it's very important also to create the what if scenarios in our minds, because that's going to help us analyze more or formulate strategies. Just like this pandemic, we didn't know that this would happen, but then through if we would be able to come up with advanced solutions, or like solutions before this happened, then it would have been better for us. Now, after that, we should be formulating strategies then, because we already assessed the external environment and the internal environment. Now, when we formulate strategies, it should be anchored on our strength, on our SWOT, basically, because it is aligned with our goals and objectives. And then we would be implementing strategies. I This is what I want to discuss really in this video. There are different strategies that an organization can create. It could include, like, you put quality improvement programs into your place, like you redesign your stores or whatever, or you can also create a new product, introduce a new product to the market, or change the way that it is being designed, like its packaging, or you can reposition your product into a different marketplace, or you can also try to, as an organization, you can try to break new grounds. You create a new market, or a new market for your product. Like in Phoenix, we are using, our basic product is LPG, and we try to break new grounds. We are offering heat treatments more than just cooking. We provide heat treatments. We provide um, what else, like auto gas, where we use LPG for running vehicles. So these are like, we use the same product, but on different markets. So that's how we break new grounds. Also, we can try to implement price increase or price decrease, depending on how we want to position ourselves in the market. If we want to create more market shares, then definitely we have to decrease our price, because that's the supply demand law and economics, and that it really depends on our organization. Also, we can try to expand our business. We can try to do acquisitions, just like Phoenix Petroleum. They have acquired Petronas. Now Petronas is Phoenix LPG, so they expanded their business. Or we can also downsize our business, where just like in this pandemic, a lot of companies are struggling financially, so they have to cut off some parts of their business, and it's okay because that's part of the strategy, and it's for the maximization of your financial status. After that, after those strategies that we have implemented, is we need to do the control and evaluation of the strategies. And in this part, it is very important to note the word feedback loop, because it's very important that in every strategies that we do, we need to create a feedback to how, if on what we are going to do with the previous strategies that we do. Are we going to do it again, or are we not going to do it again, or should we tweak some things about that strategy? And then I've also learned about the 5 P's of strategic management: the plan, ploy, pattern, position, and perspective, which are the different ways on how we can create our strategies, and it's very well explained in the video. Lastly, the 5th lesson that I've learned are the intended, emergent, and realized strategies that an organization should come up or may come up during the times, and it also comes with deliberate strategy and the non-realized strategies. So those are basically the lessons that I have learned from this video, and aside from the history, because it's history. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to this video, Sir Mar and classmates. I hope that I am also able to impart to you guys what I have learned from this, and if you want to share more, please comment in the comment section so that I would know. Thank you so much, guys, and see you soon in the next video.